Hello, welcome. My name is Sheep Thief, and today I'll be coming at you with some Rome 2 Total War multiplayer analysis. So in this game I was playing against a player called G-Rom, who I think I've encountered before, and he's really good. Yeah, he wrecked me as Pontus. I was playing Baktria. I switched to Baktria, and he switched away from something else to Pontus, so maybe Pontus is somehow counter to Baktria, but it's almost like it's more of a mirror to Baktria. It looks like they have a lot of the same stuff. So, for some reason I can't see his side of the map. I guess it's just my perspective, which is a little weird. So we're just gonna see what I saw. I brought 4 Scythian horse archers, 3 eastern slingers, my line of pikes, 2 levies, 1 normal, 2 thorax, 2 Bactrian hillmen on the wings, on the left wing, 1 Bactrian hillman, 1 eastern spearman on the right wing, 2 Bactrian noble horses, and then a Bactrian royal cavalry shock unit as my general. So I there's this hill right in the middle of the map, and I was gonna run for it, sort of assuming that he wouldn't, because generally most players are not aggressive, they're more passive, but this guy was definitely aggressive. So I'll put it in real time. Here we go. So one thing he did differently than I do is he does not have all his horse archers together. Instead he split them up evenly on both sides, which I feel like overloading one side is pretty good for dealing with noobs, but I think I've got 5 control groups with this army. I've got my infantry control group, the elephants control group, the melee cav control group, and the horse archers control group, and then my general control group. So it's like a little bit much to manage already, and to split it up, I should have just split it up, although I don't think I have the micro to do that. That's like another thing of horse archers. That's just asking for trouble. So I think I need to work on my micro here. I come forward because he's up on this hill, and I'm sort of wondering if he's gonna, because he's microing these 2 horse archers, I'm wondering if he's gonna forget about his slingers, and the opposite ends up happening. I forget about my melee cav and just get slapped really hard without getting any of the slingers. He totally dodges that. Comes in, starts throwing flaming arrows, which I always thought was a noob trap. I'm not sure if that's a mistake or something. I'm not quite sure what he's doing here with that. But yeah, this is a big loss for these this melee cav. And he retains control of the hill. I'm sort of indecisive with these horse archers. I should have pushed one side and established control over a flank with one of them, but instead I'm kind of bringing him back and forth. I'm panicking a little bit here. What I'm really worried about is with these 2 horse archers is him just getting back here and setting the elephants, making the elephants go crazy. Definitely rough. I bring these slingers back to try to deal with this, and just sort of right click them, and they start wandering pretty hard. These are getting torn up by those horse archers while they're taking back shots from them. These slingers are just not catching up with them. They're failing. Now at this point they're kind of exposed. I finally kind of decide to push to one side with all my horse archers. And what I'm really curious about here, okay, so I'm starting to see what happened. I came in at an angle, and then he got on the angle, and then was able to focus 2 on 1 of mine, because I remember looking back here and I'm like, how is it that I'm losing it? And now I'm seeing that it was like an echelon attack unintentionally, Whereas I think what I need to remember is I need to come in like a wave, and not do exactly the opposite of what I did there. Like literally this is exactly what he wants. So at that point I'm like, what's going on here? And I see some melee cav coming in, so I just pull him back. And he's still like running circles around me over here. At this point the slingers are like way out of position. I get the pikes out, and he just sends the mercenary Celtic warriors in. And this is another thing. This is like totally collapsed in here. I see. I think it's mainly just the slingers really tearing everything up. At this point, you know, I'm losing the right. Well, I don't know about losing the right flank, but half overcommitting and getting drawn out on the right flank, losing the left flank solidly. Over here, I send in my wings to try to, like, I don't know, do something, and he just steps out of the way. My horse archers are I've taken a serious beating, probably like down to like 75, 66% strength. Maybe less, 66, yeah, 2/3 strength. Okay, yeah, so the pikes just get smacked. I don't know if these have javelins. I was wondering what was happening here. I think he might just be sitting there. He just pulls back over here, probably just to free up some micro. We start getting some shots into the Pontic Royal Cavalry, but he's on the ball with more cav coming in. My wing over here is done for, and these slingers consequently get hit. You can see a big shift over here as soon as he notices the weakness on this flank. Yeah, my micro is just like hurting right now. This is sort of okay. But now now I'm like worried about what's gonna happen to the elephants. He's surrounded over here because I've got pulled out so far by these two horse archers that he was able to just wrap around these decent pikes. Gets a rear charge here, just a total catastrophe. I send in the melee cav into this central area. Oh, they do have javelins, okay. So, that's good to know. I've been sort of wondering about a Pontus build. Coming with the elephants, at this point I'm kind of like out of units. These are way out of the way. I've almost sort of forgotten about them. And I'm fully threatened with the elephant going crazy, and it gets a like weird charge here where it doesn't get that many kills. You can see they don't have. I guess they have 63 kills. They did pretty much flatten that unit. And I come in here. I've popped Stampede, but my cavalry's still in the way, so they don't really get that great of a thing. And this whole flank is collapsed, so he's able to just pour slinger fire into here. These units are, yeah, I barely get any kills there. And then we run into this, and I mean, like, we're getting kills, but you know, the battle's basically lost at this point. This is getting wrapped around on. This is getting wrapped around on. Everything's getting wrapped around over here. This was an utter catastrophe over here. And yeah, these units are off in the middle of nowhere. So, not good. I think they go berserk pretty much right here. Not quite sure why he's firing flaming arrows again. Maybe that makes the elephants freak out. Yeah, here they go out of control and start taking losses. Not good. And at this point, it's pretty much over. I just thoroughly got outplayed here. I think what I'm trying to learn, what the point of this video is to just try to figure out what to do differently. I think the first thing is indecisiveness on what flank to go on. Like, the back and forth there if I'd early on gotten over here, that would have made me so much space. If I just sent the horse archers all on, I should have picked between choosing to send them all on one side or split them up and try to handle the micro, but the worst thing I could do is be indecisive without even splitting them up. So just moving the mass like behind my army doing nothing. That lost me both flanks. So indecision. Then I think the other mistake was I needed to back up with the infantry and get away from this hill, because if I could, like, the minute he got here, at the very least I should have shifted around. Like the whole time I was just facing towards his infantry, and I think if I'd sort of shifted with the infantry, I could have cleared up some space around here to get in, and then ultimately set up an angle for the elephants to take care of all this infantry. These Pontic swordsmen are pretty good, and they all have javelins. So yeah, you can see the elephants just go down to the slingers. This is just an example of getting wrecked, on your infantry getting wrecked, missile cavalry getting wrecked, melee cavalry getting wrecked, weird units like elephants getting wrecked. And as you can see here, look at that, just no kills. A third of them are just from these like super powerful elephants that are kind of broken. Look how few kills my units got. Not good at all. These pikes. And look how much better his horse archers did than mine. Especially considering that mine were grouped. So I should have at least killed 2 of them and then cleared 1 flank. But yeah, once again, indecision I think was one thing. Not coming in at an angle. And then maybe there's some army composition errors. We have the same number of slings. He has way more swords. I'm not really sure if... Let's just take a look at Baktria really quick. Is there like a sword build I can do? Thorax swords? No. There are these scale hoplites. I have another one here. It's this one, which has scale thorax hoplites instead of pikes. But I don't really think that would be better. I don't know if this is... what's this? That's decent armor, but I think his Pontic swordsman would have killed this. And I don't know if we'd even have enough money. Like, we'd have to sacrifice somewhere. I think another thing is against Pontus, against cavalry civs. Well, not even cavalry civs. More like against horse archer civs. The elephants are a liability. Against civs, where basically you want to kill their cavalry and then their infantry is just not really that big of a deal. I think elephants are not the play. I've seen elephants utterly shred cavalry before, but I feel like when I do it, it goes wrong, and I don't quite understand what's happening. So yeah, I guess just a moment for reflection. Also, anyone who's watching this if you have any replays, if you have any multiplayer 1v1 replays, maybe I could do 2v2s, but for now let's just say 1v1s that you want me to watch, or that you want me to commentate. I would be happy to do that. It'd be fun and help me get better and maybe someone who's watching to get better. So yeah, send me your replays if you want. I also, anyone who plays Age of Empires 3 or Steel Division 2 or what else could I review? That's all that's coming to mind. I could probably review a bunch of games, but those are the ones that I'd be interested in looking at, commentating. So yeah, send them in. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you guys learned something. See ya.